Selamat datang ke acara webinar City of Tomorrow, The Infinite Challenge Competition hari ini. Selamat siang, salam sejahtera, salam sehat bagi kita semua. Saya dengan Igrit yang akan menemani hadirin sekalian dalam beberapa jam ke depan. Webinar ini dirancang khusus bagi semua yang ingin mengetahui lebih dalam mengenai desain competition kali ini. Pada kesempatan ini, kalian juga akan dapat mengenal produk kami yang akan digunakan untuk desain competition kali ini. Terdapat pada agenda hari ini akan kedatangan perwakilan Ibu Serintan yang akan mewakili Infineon. Lomba ini diselenggarakan oleh Infineon bekerja sama dengan ITB, UI, dan Undip. Oleh karena itu, akan ada kata sambutan dari perwakilan masing-masing universitas. Dimulai dari Bapak Egi Muhammad Idris Hidayat, Sarjana Teknik, Master of Science, PhD dari Institut Teknologi Bandung. Diikuti oleh Dr. Insinyur Tommy Abuzari, Sarjana Teknik, Master of Science, PhD dari Universitas Indonesia. Dan Bapak Munawar Agus Riyadi, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Teknik, PhD dari Universitas Diponegoro. Selanjutnya, dalam rangkaian acara kami hari ini, akan terdapat briefing mengenai kompetisi Design City of Tomorrow, The Infinite Challenge, yang akan dibawakan oleh Bapak Chu Fun Fui. Kemudian, untuk My Case Portal akan dibawakan oleh Bapak Pong Chi Leong. Akan terdapat juga pengenalan produk sensor yang akan didiskusi lebih lanjut oleh Bapak Adrian Gan. Setelah itu, kita akan mengenal produk microcontroller dan connectivity yang akan diperkenalkan oleh Bapak Chu Fun Fui. Sebelum menutup sesi webinar hari ini, akan juga terdapat sesi tanya-jawab. Selama acara webinar ini berlangsung, seluruh peserta dianjurkan untuk mengajukan seluruh pertanyaan yang ada melalui website Slido, slido.com. Dengan mengescan QR code yang tertera di sini, atau langsung mengunjungi website slido.com dan memasukkan passcode yang tertera. Di sini 3580272. Untuk hadirin sekalian, jangan lupa untuk mengisi Google Form yang bersifat sebagai bukti kehadiran webinar hari ini. Untuk detail mengenai desain competition kali ini, hadirin sekalian dapat mengakses dari situs website Infineon. Tanpa menunggu lagi, kami undang Ibu Serintan untuk waktu dan tempatnya. Miss Serintan, please.
Okay, a very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Serene.
Sorry, you're sharing the presenter view.
Okay, let me swap it. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, a very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So, my name is Serene. I will be giving you a snapshot of what Infineon is at a glance. Then I will also brief the market and business development for Infineon, sustainability, and also some additional Infineon information. Okay. Okay, first of all, Infineon driving the decarbonization and digitalization together. So semiconductors are very crucial in solving the energy challenges of our time and shape the digital transformation. So this is also why Infineon is actively committed in driving the decarbonization and digitalizations. So as a global semicon leader, we are in the power system IoT, and we also enable the game-changing solutions for the green and efficient energy. So we make life easier, safer, and greener. So together with our customers and partners for a better tomorrow. Okay, Infineon is also a global leader in the power system and IoT. Being a global leader in the automotive, power management, energy, efficient technologies, and of course the IoT space. In the market positions, we are number one for the automotive and power, and also fifth for the microcontroller. Infineon as a leader in the IoT, we drive the digitalizations by serving strongly the growing multi-applications markets. So whereby the consumer IoT, industrial IoT, automotive IoT, we definitely have products to address all this. Products like MCU, connectivity, sensors, security, power supplies, and switches. And Infineon is at the core of the IoT. We have the major applications such as the battery power devices, power supplies, drives, smart homes, you name it, we have it, right? So information and data around the whole world, connectivity is also one important asset and we value. Okay, let's take a look at the market and business development for Infineon. We are the global player, clear leader in the automotive and power discrete. So here is the market set ranking for us. And also not forgetting that we are also clear leader in the security IC and also the MEMS microphone. We also have the non-flash portfolio as well. We have a very well-balanced portfolio among the key applications today. So you can see from here, be it the e-mobility, renewables, ADAS, IoT, data centers, even up to the payment, automations, and drive. We definitely have a share in all these key applications. We also have a very well-balanced customer portfolio. We have our distribution partners supporting us, and these are some of our top direct customers along with our EMS partners. We also maintain very close customer relationships based on the system know-how and application understanding. So from the automotive, from the green industrial power, the connected security, power and sensor system, we have our main and close customer listed as below. Of course, we are also supported by our distribution partners and also the EMS partners as well. Infineon, we also, continues to invest back on our global resource, research and development, R&D. So we continue to contribute around 12% on our annual revenue into the R&D. And we also continue, creating and more patents in also in our overall portfolio. We also support the innovative ecosystem. So these are some of the regionals and sites that we have listed over here. Over at the sustainability, Infineon ranks among the most sustainable companies in the world. Sustainability in Infineon includes social, ecological, and economic values. So we're also one of the first semicon companies to volunteer commit to the 10 principles of the UN Global Compact. So these are also some of our external evaluations of commitments that we have. Okay, Infineon is also very committed to binding the CO2 reduction targets. So we target to, on the carbon neutrality by 2030. And also realizations of 70% of the required saving and compensations by 2025. Okay, we also continue to have corporate social responsibility. We create a net ecological benefits. So on the CO2 burdens and also the CO2 savings as well. Okay, lastly, um, we also differentiation ourselves as a quality leader. We do what we promise. That's a quality made by Infineon. And our main aspiration is heading towards the zero defect regarding the committed functionality, time, reliability, volume, and cost. And definitely not forgetting our foundation, the international standards such as the ISO and IEC standards. Okay, lastly, you can find us on the social media. We are definitely on the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, um, not forgetting on our official website as well as linking. Okay, that's all from me. I'll pass back to Igrit.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Rintan. I'm pretty sure that the students now understand more about what Infineon has to offer as a company. Terima kasih, Ms. Rintan. Saya yakin hadirin sekalian sudah mengenal Infineon lebih dalam lagi. Acara berikutnya adalah sambutan oleh Bapak Egi Muhammad Idris Hidayat, Sarjana Teknik Master of Science PhD dari Institut Teknologi Bandung. Untuk sesi yang seharusnya dibawakan oleh Bapak Egi Muhammad Idris Hidayat, Sarjana Teknik, Master of Science PhD, akan diwakilkan oleh Dr. Muhammad Amin Sultoni, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Teknik, dikarenakan beliau terdapatnya kehalangan untuk menghadiri sesi webinar kali ini. Waktu dan tempat dipersilakan, Bapak Amin.
Baik, terima kasih Igrit ya.
Iya.
Baik, selamat siang semuanya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I would like to greet our respected partner officials from Infineon. So many joining here. So I want to greet also our colleagues from UI and UNDIP, and as well as from ITB, and also to the participants, all the participants from lecturer and also students from all over Indonesia. So first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Infineon and also colleagues from UI and UNDIP for this very, very good collaboration. So starting from the initiation and preparation that we have done since last year, hopefully it will be running smoothly and achieve the expected goal. So we initiated this collaboration with the aim of promoting the world of electrical engineering to all Indonesian students. So we want to generate and encourage young people, especially who's joining here today. We want to encourage your interest in the field of electronic hardware, especially regarding electronic system development. So for all of the enthusiastic prospective participants joining here, so to all of the students, let's take the maximum advantage. So get the most benefit of this composition to expand our knowledge and understanding and to increase our capacity in the field of hardware and electronic system development. Jadi mari kepada teman-teman ya, karena kalau kalau lomba yang desain programming dan segala macam, hackathon itu kan sudah banyak sekali. Nah ini kita meneruskan kembali yang dulu pernah kita coba ya, jadi lomba kompetisi dan kebetulan kita bisa bekerja sama dengan mitra dari Infineon yang sangat suportif ya untuk memperebutkan yang lumayan juga itu hadiahnya. Jadi adik-adik nanti jangan sampai ya teman-teman di seluruh Indonesia jangan sampai merasa apa ya. Jadi pokoknya ikut dulu. Kalau punya ide di ini dulu bagaimana caranya di mix up nanti akan ada pendampingan dari tim Infineon ketika nanti akan mengimplementasi. Jadi jangan khawatir. Nanti kalau sampai tanggal 23 Februari ada pertanyaan, feel free untuk bertanya lewat di website yang sudah disampaikan. Jadi nanti pasti akan mendapatkan support yang bagus ya. Jadi thank you very much for Infineon, for Ingrid. Ya, thank you very much. I think that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya, terima kasih Bapak Amin untuk sambutannya. Seperti yang Bapak Amin sampaikan, we are looking forward to your participations, students. Ya. Ya, kita lanjut dengan opening speech oleh Dr. Insinyur Tommy Abuzari, Sarjana Teknik Master of Science PhD dari Universitas Indonesia. Waktu dan tempat dipersilakan.
Ya, terima kasih. Pertama-tama kami ucapkan terima kasih untuk Infineon. Kami dari Universitas Indonesia, saya sendiri Dr. Tommy Abuzairi mewakili Universitas Indonesia menyambut baik kegiatan lomba dari Infineon ini. Kami beserta universitas lain seperti ITB dan Undip berkolaborasi dengan Infineon untuk memajukan industri elektronika, terutama dari sisi SDM-nya, sehingga kami harap rekan-rekan ataupun di sini mahasiswa-mahasiswa dari seluruh Indonesia diharapkan partisipasinya untuk mengikuti lomba ini, karena kesempatan ini tidak datang 2 kali dan ini saya kira acara yang sangat baik. Mungkin cukup dari kami. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Dr. Insinyur Tommy untuk sambutannya. Ya, seperti yang disampaikan sebelumnya juga, ya, ya kompetisi ini akan berhadiah dan untuk hadiahnya akan kita bisa dilihat di situs website Infineon dan nanti akan dibahas oleh Bapak Chu Fun Fui. Sekarang kita lanjut dengan opening speech oleh Bapak Munawar Agus Riyadi, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Teknik PhD dari Universitas Diponegoro. Waktu dan tempat dipersilakan.
Baik, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and greetings for everyone. I'm thrilled here to extend my warm welcome to all of you as we gather here for this exciting webinar, especially our colleagues from Infineon Technology, Universitas Indonesia, Institut Teknologi Bandung, and all participants from many universities in Indonesia. Today marks the initiation of design competition. They promise to be a celebration of innovation, creativity, and also collaboration. As the head of electrical engineering undergraduate program in Universitas Diponegoro, I am particularly grateful for all the collaboration effort from Infineon, UI, and ITB, as it will bring industry and academia collaboration to pursuit the excellence. May this competition produce genuine ideas and design that emerge not only showcase the technical most, but also symbolize the harmonious collaboration between academia and industry. To all participants, lecturers, and students as well, your ingenuity holds the potential to shape the future. You are all invited to embrace the challenge, leverage the knowledge from both the academics and industry realms, and let this competition be a testament to the transformative power of collective intellect. Kepada seluruh calon partisipan dari seluruh kampus di Indonesia. Kemarin kami sudah sampaikan ke para kaprodi di Teknik Elektrosa Indonesia bahwa ini ada desain competition. Mudah-mudahan ini menjadi pembuka jalan kita untuk berkolaborasi ataupun kemudian kita untuk naik tingkat gitu ya, bahwa tidak hanya sekedar kita belajar namun juga kita mengadu gagasan, dan mudah-mudahan ide-ide yang muncul itu bisa semakin membawa kebaikan dan peningkatan serta kesejahteraan buat kita semua. Dan untuk mengakhiri sambutan dari kami, kita tutup dengan pantun. Main-main ke Bukit Tinggi, melihat pemandangan indah yang tak jemu. Selamat mengikuti kompetisi ini. Semoga bisa banyak mendapatkan. Terima kasih dari kami. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pantunnya sangat amat lucu, Pak. Terima kasih, Bapak Munawar. Sekali lagi, untuk hadirin yang belum mengisi Google Form, minta tolong untuk diisi sebagaimana untuk bukti kehadiran webinar hari ini. Acara selanjutnya, kita akan acara berikutnya bakal sebentar. Oke. Acara berikutnya akan mengenai kompetisi desain City of Tomorrow, The Infinite Challenge yang akan dibawakan oleh Bapak Chu Food Fui. Ya, Mr. Chu, please.
Sure. Right. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. So, am I showing double screen or a single screen?
You're showing the correct screen.
Correct screen. Very good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure. Right. I'm seeing a huge amount of participants joining the Zoom. Right. Fantastic. Right. So, very much appreciated. Right. So my name is Chu, right? And just call me Chu, right? So that's my surname, right? Because there's so many Chu in Infineon anyway, right? So basically, I'm actually part of the team, right? From Infineon that is actually working and launching this design competition for the universities of in Indonesia, yeah. And the theme is for today, right? For the competition itself is called City of Tomorrow, the Infinite Challenge. Okay, so I think first of all, actually, I would like to actually thank UI, ITB, and Undip, right, for their collaboration. Okay, I mean for their support and collaboration, right? I think we have been working on this project, right, to launch this since I think more than 5 months ago. Yeah. So anyway, thanks a lot, right, for all your support, right? Now I think we have reached a stage that we can officially launch this, right, to all the students or the graduates, right, the undergraduates in Indonesia. Okay, so that's I want to give you some updates, right, on the details of this competition, right? So all the students actually are aware, right? How do they participate? What are the terms and conditions? What kind of prizes are they getting, right? What kind of scope, right, is this competition going to be, right? So first of all, let's talk about the participants. Okay. Okay, so I think we have been running quite a lot of competition in the past, right? Not only with the universities, but of course with startups, right? With different companies, with our distributors, and this is the first time actually we are doing it in Indonesia, right? So it's a pleasure, right, for me from Infineon, right, to be part of this. Okay, so for this competition, we will be every teams, yeah, will be part of the 3 students, yeah, or 3 undergraduates, right, from the same universities. Okay, so we want actually to give more chances, right, to the different students. So one team should consist of 3 team members. Okay, so I hope that's clear. As for the scope, right, as what Serene has mentioned, currently Infineon is actually driving decarbonization and digitalization, right, through IoT solutions, right? So that will be the scope of the whole competition itself, right? So first of all, of course, I think we would like the students or the teams, right, to propose the topics that you want to solve. Okay, so the topics should be revolved around the team itself, right? So that's what we want to so-called want to gather, right, as part of the submission for the competition. As for the kids, right? So of course, this is something that I think Infineon is really hoping that the students will learn along the way. So only the top 10 finalists, okay, only the top 10 finalists will receive 2 evaluation kits from Infineon, right? So those kits actually are sponsored by our divisions. So we have the Pioneer kit that comes with a PSOC MCU with our Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo connectivity solutions. We also will be sponsoring one IoT Sense expansion kit. So this kit, the other kit that we are sponsoring or we are giving out, right, to the top 10 finalists actually consists of some very important sensors coming from Infineon. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? So I'll move on. Okay, so this is the team, right, for the whole competition itself, right? So when you're actually submitting your proposal, right, or your solutions, right, do think about the team behind this competition. Okay, so what I think, first of all, of course, we also want to explain some of the program's objectives, right? Why we are launching this in the first place. Of course, it's really to create awareness, right, of electronics, yeah, of microcontrollers, sensors, right, of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, right? So, so these are very actually important, I would say, elements, right, to drive the future of Indonesia in the future, right? Of course, we also want to build collaboration, right, if the different universities, the students, right? Because you are the future of Indonesia, right? So, so we are very happy to be part of this. That's why we are more than happy to be so-called collaborating, right, with the different universities in Indonesia to run this competition. Yeah. So the structure, right, of this program divided into different programs or different phases. So I think we have completed the first phase and now the pre-phase, and now we are currently at the first phase, yeah, the phase one, right? This is where I think we are running road shows and webinars, right? Actually to publicize, right, the event itself or the competition itself to different stakeholders, right? To different students, to different universities, okay? That's why we are this event or this webinar itself is mainly driven for this phase one. Of course, along the way, until the end of February, we hope to receive as many submission as possible, right, from all the teams in Indonesia, all the students from Indonesia, right, so that we can select the top 10 finalists. Yeah. So in phase 2 and phase 3, this is where the training will start. Okay. You receive actually more, I would say, dedicated trainings, right, from our field application engineers from Infineon, right, either through online or even face-to-face, right. And of course, along the way, there will be a final team pitch, right, happening in September, right. So between now, end of January until September, this is the duration of the whole competition itself. Okay. Remember, right? Only the top 10 finalists will be chosen. Okay, and these top 10 finalists will be given, I would say, the kits, and also will be given dedicated trainings. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I think I believe most of the students would have seen this so-called barcode, right? Okay, do scan, do go into the website, right? Do start preparing for your submission. Think about all the ideas, all the solutions that you want to solve, right? It can be very unique ideas. It can be ideas that you want to solve in your current situation, in your current so-called lifestyles, right? Anything revolves around decarbonization and digitalization. Okay, the website are ready, right? So please visit the website, and actually you can find most of the information, including terms and conditions, the so-called the forms as well, right? Everything will be already available to be downloaded, yeah, from the website itself. So remember, the submission deadline of the forms is actually on the 23rd of February 2024, right? So you'll be not accepting late submission, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So any question? I mean, we still have. I think we have our so-called Infineon colleagues, right? In Jakarta, right, Indonesia, right? You can also contact them as well. I would say, yeah, for any support, any questions, and that you are not aware of, or any inquiries, do reach out to them. As I said, the top 10 finalists will receive the kits. So these are the two kits that I show here, right, in this on this page, right? The Pioneer kit and the expansion kit. So this kit actually are very important because I think that this is the same kit that we are sending to all our customers and distributors. So you'll be receiving the same kit, right, as what our customers are receiving as well. right? Which makes sense, right? Because if you are working on some projects, right, it will be something similar what our customers are facing as well, right? So we are actually so-called driving you right towards to the phase of when you come out to work, right? This will what you'll be facing as well, right? Okay. So as I said, okay, there will be trainings conducted, right, to the top 10 finalists. Okay, but first of all, we want to listen to all your submission, right? So be unique, be creative. In terms of the support, right? So in the future, I think in the part brief in the future, what I think Infineon is aiming for is you will be getting most of the technical support from the online portal, right? We call it my case or the case management, which my colleague Mr. Pong, right, will be describing or explain later, right, after my session. So this is something I hope all the teams, right, even whether you are part of the team or not, right, or even every students, right, should be able to actually to access this portal or this case management, right, when it comes to getting support or technical support from Infineon. Okay, as I said, there will be a final pitch, okay, for all the teams. And however, the location has not been decided, right? We will inform those 10 teams on a later date. Yeah. But definitely, I think it'll be Indonesia. Don't worry. We're not expecting to fly to anywhere else, right? So it will still within Indonesia. Yeah. Okay. As for the presentation for the final page, we want the students to be creative. So it can be formed in the PowerPoint, in the demos, right? To use how you use the kits, okay? Even the final prototypes, right? Or even the videos as well, right? So everything counts, right? So the more creative you are, right? Or the more how you use the kits, right? Will add to the points, to the final points, right? Hopefully, those will actually lead to the top 3 winners. As I said, top 3 winners, here are the prize. Every member of the team, right? The top 3 winners, the first prize, the 3 winners, the 3 students, undergraduates, will receive a MacBook as the first prize. For the second prize, the 3 members from the team will receive an iPhone. And the third prize, of course, the 3 members will receive an Apple Watch. Okay, so I hope these prizes will entice you, right? All the students from Indonesia, right, to really participate, right, to get these prizes. Yeah, so so we hope to get the best, I would say, submission, right, from all the students from Indonesia. Of course, the rest of the finalists, top 10 finalists, the rest of the finalists will receive, of course, some complimentary prizes from Infineon as well. Not to worry, right? So you won't go home empty-handed. Right. So I think that will be the end of my presentation for at least to describe the scope of the competition. As I said, we still have a Slido and Q&A, right? A session, right? So do actually ask, right, whatever you are not sure of, right, in the Q&A session, right? We are more than happy to answer them. Okay. Thanks. Back to you, Ingrid.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Chu, for the comprehensive detail of the design competition. Terima kasih, Mr. Chu, untuk detail kompetisi kali ini. Selama acara webinar ini berlangsung, seluruh peserta dianjurkan untuk mengajukan seluruh pertanyaan yang ada melalui website Slido. Mungkin saya share screen untuk website Slido-nya. Sebentar. Ya, jadi hadirin bisa mengescan barcode ini dan semua pertanyaan bisa diketik dalam slido.com. Semua pertanyaan akan menjadi anonymous. Selain di slido.com, hadirin sekalian juga bisa mengajukan pertanyaan lewat Zoom chat box. Di akhir acara akan ada sesi Q&A yang akan membahas semua semua pertanyaan hadirin sekalian. Kemudian untuk My Case Portal akan dibawakan oleh Bapak Pong Chiliong. Mr. Pong, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So I will touch a bit on the developer support available from for the students to use. Okay. Okay. So in fact, we have actually two tiers of developer support. We have this developer committee. So this is in our online on the web page. You can actually log into our Infineon.com and then goes to this community page. Let me just jump to our web page and show it to you now. Okay. So you can go to Infineon.com and then there's this committee link over here. So when you click on this link, it brings you to our Infineon Developers Committee. So basically, you have all the forums and all the forums for all the different products for the microcontrollers. You have the PSOC 6, PSOC 4, and also like for let's say you are using a USB, you're on the USB full speed, the host, the superfeed peripherals, and then on the connectivity side, you have the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth sensors, right? You have the CO2 sensors, the magnetic sensors, the radar sensors, the current sensors, the MEM sensors, pressure sensors, memories, and all the different technologies, and also the security and smart cards. And as well as also quite important is all the software tools that we provide to do the when you do your development. We have the Wicked Studio, the Models Toolbox, which is probably you will be using this for your development, and then some of the Wi-Fi support for Linux, and also the RX development tools, and as well as all the different applications that you can go into. And in terms of resources, we have like projects that's being posted by whether it's from Infineon or from our from the communities. We also have blogs written by Infineon or by our partners, and trainings and knowledge rich articles that we can actually access. And also we sometimes have groups that we offer, like for new products introductions, where we offer early access program. So you can join those groups to get more information about all those. So I saw in the slide though, there are some questions, like there's one question like where you get information about the kits, right? So we can actually just go to the committee and just type in the kit number, like for example in this case CY8C kit -062 S2 43012. Now, so you can see that based on a quick search, you can find that all the information regarding this. So, for example, if I click on this first link, this is based on the GitHub. So you actually can see that the information of this board is actually available on the GitHub, and it can show you the details about this board. What is the board features? Like for example, in this case, it has a 2 meg flash, 1 meg SRAM. It also have the SDHC interface to the wireless device, and the key contents over here. So basically, you also have all the API reference documentations that is available as well. You can see that this board itself is also a Arduino form factor. So basically, you can actually plug in the Arduino shield to this board as well. And the other board that you have is also the 028-sense. So basically, this is a shield board. A shield board that you can plug into the PSOC 6 kit board that you have. So basically, this shield board has a couple of sensors. For example, you have the display, you have the pressure sensors and temperature sensors. You also have the microphone sensor, digital mics, and also have the PDM mics, as well as you have a codecs on this board itself. You also have a orientation sensor. So basically, this board together with the earlier PSOC 6 kit, you actually you can do a lot of applications with it. Like for example, doing like voice command recognitions, etc. We also have a lot of example codes in GitHub for all those. Yep. Okay, so this is what we have in the community. So basically, it allows you to go to search the things that you want, you can do some sort of a filtering so that you can narrow down your search. This is probably a good source of information that you can get all the technical support from. The other way that is more intimate is that basically you can log into the my case that I mentioned earlier. So let me jump back to my slides. Okay. Yep. So in my case is basically basically in terms of the community is basically online. So basically you can create an account and you can log in and you can see, you also can post questions on the forums and also can reply on the forum as well. Whereas for my case is probably like basically, for example, you have some projects that you do not want to share openly to everyone. So basically, you can use my case to check with our engineers over here. So in order to access to my case, you need to register to My Infineon. So how to go about doing it? You go to infineon.com and then click on My Infineon, and then there is this register for My Infineon. So once you click on this, then you will come up with this form and just fill it up, and then you submit, and then you will wait for an email. So basically, when you have an email, then you probably activate, and then you already have access for the account. So once you have gotten the access of account, you just go to log into My Infineon and then goes to My Case. This is where you can you come to this page over here where you can create the technical support case that you for the query that you have. So for example, you need to key in the subject title. So basically, maybe let's say for example, you may want to put in, like for example, your school or the competition name, and then followed by the queries, and then the query type is quite important. So basically you need to select the query type that you want, whether is it hardware based, is it hardware related, or is it software related or system related. And also finally, the another piece of very important information is the product ID. So for example, let's say if this is your question is related to a PSOC or related to a sensor, you need to provide the part number to it, so that because the way my case works is that based on the query and the type, you actually routes to our customer support engineers that is based worldwide. So basically, then basically based on time zone when the case has been logged. So when you actually routes to the engineers, and then we will reply them within like 24 hours on the queries. So this is how it's. So one of the questions is in the Slido was that do you have a local support in Indonesia? In fact, we have a team of a CAE based in Batam. So basically, it's as local as you can get from the team itself. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pong. So don't forget to check out our Infineon website. Terima kasih, Mr. Pong. Untuk hadirin sekalian, jangan lupa untuk memeriksa situs web Infineon untuk informasi lebih lanjut tentang desain competition kali ini. Untuk hadirin yang belum mengisi Google Form, minta tolong untuk diisi sebagaimana untuk bukti kehadiran webinar hari ini. Beralih ke agenda berikutnya, akan terdapat juga pengenalan produk sensor yang akan didiskusi lebih lanjut oleh Bapak Adrian Gunn. Mr. Adrian, please.
Hi, I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
And let me share my screen. Yeah, so selamat siang, everyone. I hope I pronounced in the correct way for Indonesia. Good afternoon. Yeah. Okay, so my name is Adrian. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I would like to share with you what is the Infineon sensors. Yeah, because I think this is one of the components that you might be interested to use it for your competition. So so thanks again for joining these sessions, and also interest on this Infinite Challenge. So I think the title is City of Tomorrow, right? So when we talk about City of Tomorrow, maybe I just need your help. You have to think about, so what is your dream of City of Tomorrow, or the image of City of Tomorrow? So definitely, I think for a City of Tomorrow, right, people are looking for a safer place, for example, a more greener place, or even a more convenient, places for everyone, right? So in order to achieve it, right? So definitely sensors is one of the key components to help you to achieve this. Because for all the smart, devices, smart IoT system, smart solutions, right? The first information you need to get, is the information that surround you. So how can you achieve it? It's all through the sensors. So Infineon, we are one of the largest sensor supplier in the market. Yeah. So that's why you can see that we put a lot of resources and also effort in developing a lot of different kind of sensors to help to achieve this smart IoT system, to make the smart devices to emulate the human sense for our devices. So for example, we have the sense of sight, so which we can realize by radar sensors, can be realized by our 3D time of flight sensors, and also sense of hearing, which is through our high SNR microphone, sense of smelling, so we also have our first environment sensors, which is the CO2 sensors, already launched since 1 year ago, and definitely sense of feeling, for example, you can achieve through pressure sensors and also radar sensors as well, So these are the product portfolios under this division. So again, as mentioned, so we have pressure sensors, we have microphones, we have time of flight sensors, we have radar sensors, and we also have CO2 sensors. So so many kind of different sensors. Of course, Infineons have more than that. We also have magnetic sensors, current sensors, or tire pressure monitoring sensors, but which is mainly for automotive application or industrial application. So for these competitions, perspective or point of view, right? Because I understand as introduced by Pong, so this kit is one of the important kits for the student to use it for competition. While inside these kits, they already have sensors I mentioned, the microphones and the pressure sensors, So today's I will mainly focus on the introduction of these two sensors, So for the microphone and the pressure sensors, So let me go into the details of the pressure sensors first, So there are many kind of applications that you can think of by implementing the pressure sensors. So for example, for anything that you need to do altitude control, for example, drones and flying toys, which you need to measure the height, how what is the height that the drones or your flying toys already achieve, for example, then you can also use the pressure sensors to detect, So other than that, for example, motions or any activity trackings, for example, your smartwatch, your phones, right, that track your steps every day. So this is also achieved by the pressure sensors. And of course, our largest application at this moment in the market is the airflow monitoring. For example, in the vacuum cleaners or any smart inhalers, which need to measure the airflow. Is it the air go in or go out, and the strength of the airflow. So all these also can be monitored by the pressure sensors. Of course, there's also others, innovations, application, for example, the indoor and outdoor navigations, because as mentioned, our pressure sensors can detect the altitude. So that's why you can really tell where this device is at which floor, for example, And also environmental detection, for example, smart home and weather stations. So some of our customers also use pressure sensors for security purpose, So for example, you set an alarm, right? When someone break your glass, the pressure change, right? So then this pressure sensors is sensitive enough to detect all these small air pressure change. Then it can, trigger the alarm, for example. And of course, already as mentioned, the healthcare, all the wearables is also one of the key applications. So from here, right, you can already start to think of any kind of new ideas, any innovative idea that can improve, your device, So to be smarter, So I would say probably the sense of feeling, and so on. So so these are the key applications that I can share with you at this moment. So let's look into these pressure sensors. So the part number is a DPS368. So it's a very low power, very high precision, and also very robust, So you can see these are the key features. It's very small size, It's the size is only 2 by 2.5 by 1.1 millimeter. So it can be integrated in, a lot of, battery power device, for example, smart watches, all those tracking system and so on. And also thanks for this low energy consumptions, as you can see, the peak current is 345 microampere, yeah, and the standby mode is only 0.5 to 1.0 microamp. So this enable is to be used for battery operate, applications. And another important things or characteristic of our sensors is excellent temperature stability. So we are talking like 0.5 Pascal per degree. So this is important because pressures is relevant to the temperature, right? So it will get fluctuated according to the temperature change. So the temperature stability is one of the key features that enable you to have a very robust and stable pressure sensors. And of course, I already introduced just now that our pressure sensors can even do a step counting. Why it can do that is because of the high sensitivity. It can really do a very precision measurement of plus minus 0.002 hectopascal. Means any pressure change between 2 cm altitude level, it can detect. So that's why it can do step counting. It can do altitude measurements and so on, right? And last but not least, the most important one is our pressure sensors is IPS8 device. Means it can is robust against water, dust, and humidity. So if you remember just now, one of the key applications I introduced to you is the vacuum cleaner. So you know that the environment in vacuum cleaner is very harsh. There's a lot of water, a lot of dust, and so on. But our pressure sensors still can survive such a harsh environment. Yeah. So let's go a little bit deep into the details. So regarding the low energy consumption that just now I mentioned. So one of the beauty of our pressure sensors is flexible. It has a different operation modes that you can be used for different use case. For example, for altitude control drones, right, you need a very fast measurement rate. So for example, 200 Hertz. Yeah. But for example, if let's say you only want to do floor level detections, yeah, or even like activity tracking, you don't need such a high sampling rate, right? So probably you can reduce it to 32 Hertz, and then this can really help to save a lot of energy consumption. So this gives you the flexibility, yeah, in terms of how accurate you want to measure versus the energies that you need to consume, yeah. And just now I also mentioned, yeah, temperature stability. Yeah, so if you can, based on this graph, right, you already can see that the linearity of the temperature fluctuations of our Infineon sensor is much better compared to one of the strongest competitor in the market. Yeah, so you can see it's quite linear. So this give you a very easiest compensations, yeah, for your system. So that's why our pressure sensor can give you a very robust and very stable pressure measurements over lifetime over temperature. And high sensitivity, so as mentioned earlier, yeah, so we can detect a resolution up to 0.002 hectopascal. So this is just some measurements, example of the measurements. For example, our colleagues, yeah, work in the office, yeah. So this floor level 1, for examples. And then you can see there's some spike here. This is because of the door opening, as mentioned earlier. So it can really detect the changes of the pressure sensors, even the door opening and the window opening, right? So then you can see that the pressure is slowly decrease. So this tell you that this guy is going to the higher levels, yeah, or walking downstairs, yeah. So so you can even see zoom in and take a look of the details. You can see every single step you can really measure, yeah. So that's made the algorithm, yeah, easy, yeah, for the tracking, yeah, and so on. And yeah, so because we have a very unique package design, so our DPS 368 is IPS8 certified. What does it mean is it can still fully function after 1 hour underwater, which is 50 meters, right? So I will not go into the details, but basically you can see that there's a special gel, yeah, inside the pressure sensors, which protect all the key components, for example, the MEMS and ASIC, right? So yeah, so we also have been officially certified, yeah, IPS8. So this is one of the important parameters that a lot of customers is looking for, because a lot of this kind of application is either outdoor or operate in a very harsh environment. So we even go to a very extreme test. So we go for the Arizona dust test. So you know that Arizona dust is the one of the finest dust in the world. So we put it into the chambers, and then we blow a lot of Arizona dust, yeah, as you can see here. So after the test, right, all our sensors is still able to survive. So this really give a lot of confidence to customers who need a very, robust pressure sensors. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's a very quick introduction of pressure sensors. So I hope with this you already have some ideas on how to implement this into your innovative solutions. Yeah. So next I would like to introduce the MEMS microphone. Yeah. So Infineon, we are the largest MEMS microphones provider today. So we have more than 50% market share today. So I would say all the key US brand or Korean brand smartphones or TWS, there will be a Infineon silicon mic inside. Yeah. So yeah, so our MEMS microphone already in many applications like smartphone, hearable, headphones, laptops, tablets, and so on. So until 2022, we already shipped more than 3.5 billion of pieces, right? So yeah, and then for the package microphone, it's more than 200 million pieces. Yeah. So what are the key components inside this silicon microphone? So Infineon, we do design our own MEMS, yeah, and ASIC. So in the bare form, right, we design, develop, and produce all in-house. Yeah. So I can see that we have our own factory in Munich, in Germany, Munich, Regensburg, and the ASIC is mainly in Austria and also Dresden. Yeah. So this enable us to have the flexibility to customize a lot of different kind of silicon microphone to address different kind of customers' requirement. Yeah. So after that, we also do our package to a third party called Unisem. Yeah. So this is exactly the silicon microphone that you will get in the evaluation kits. Yeah. So yeah, so again, as mentioned, so we already in almost everywhere. So as long as they need a microphone, I think you will find a Infineon microphone, yeah, inside it. For example, Samsung smartphone, Sony earbuds, Bosch, or Google phone, and so on, B&O, Razer, and so on, right? So one of the unique, selling point is our STM technologies. This really enables our MEMS microphone to achieve a very high SNR, yeah, and also robustness, yeah, which we can achieve IP57s, yeah. So the market trend is moving towards more and more high SNR requirements. If you notice, I mean, the news from the last CES just happened in Las Vegas a few weeks ago. Yeah, you see a lot of them are talking about AI, about voice control. Yeah, so all this will driven the requirement of high SNR silicon microphone. Yeah? So of course, yeah, so there are a few different kind of development track. Yeah, so first is of course the highest SNR. Yeah, so we also have the second development track, which is lowest current consumption, because a lot of them are using for battery power application. So definitely current consumption is very important for a lot of applications. Yeah, and of course, third track is cost-effective solution, right? So these are the product portfolio. Yeah. So I think for silicon microphone, there's only few parameters you need to take note. Yeah. So first is whether you need a digital interface or analog interface. Yeah. So Infineon, we do have, we cover both. Yeah. So digital means the ASIC already do all the ADC for you. Yeah. So that's why you can see the current consumption is higher, but because it's already do the ADC for you, right? So the others, second parameters you need to take note is the SNR. What kind of signal noise ratio you need to? Of course, the highest SNR means the more sensitivity you can get from this silicon mic. For example, in a very far field of voice control, yeah, maybe 2 meter, 3 meter away, you also can detect a very soft voice, yeah. So this is due to the high the SNR, right? So another parameter you need to take note is the AOP as well, yeah. So AOP is acoustic over points means, of course, the highest means the silicon mic can even capture a very clear, voice in a very noisy environment. For example, if you think of application used in, a factory environment, which a lot of motors, noise surrounding, yeah, then probably you need a high AOP instead of SNR, yeah. And of course, our current consumption is also very important, yeah. So there are many different kind of silicon microphones, yeah, in our portfolio. So definitely, as mentioned, because the MEMS, the ASIC is in-house, so we managed to customize a lot of different kind of silicon microphone for different customers or different applications. So let's talk about applications. Yeah. So of course, now everywhere, yeah, consumer application, you can find microphones in it, smartphone, earbuds, tablets, laptops, yeah, conference systems, smart speakers, yeah. And we also have some emerging application, for example, for security purpose, yeah, CCTVs, yeah. And also, those DSLR cameras, those YouTuber, those wireless mic, yeah, or those professional audio videos equipments, and so on. Yeah. So one thing, very interesting fact is the YouTuber, yeah, because of the popularity of the YouTuber, the blogger and so on, this really drive, the silicon microphone market as well. Yeah. So other than that, we also are very strong in wearables and medicals. Yeah, for example, the AR, VR equipment, smartwatch, as mentioned already, hearing aids, yeah, or any smart device that need to detect, for example, even whether you snore at night, your breathing pattern, and so on. Yeah. And of course, new industry, as mentioned, like working smart helmet, yeah, which they can do like a walkie-talkie functions, yeah, communicate within the community, yeah, or any preventive maintenance in in factory environments to listen to the abnormal noise that comes from the motors or your equipments, yeah, or voice control for your smart homes, smart applications, and so on. Yeah, so there's a lot of application that you can think of. As long as there's a voice control, you need to detect any abnormal noise. So even for example, a security purpose as well. Yeah. So that's why there's a lot of application you can think of. Yeah. So again, Infineon, we do have a lot of sensors, yeah, but because today's, as mentioned, the key topics that we want to encourage the students to use is the MEMS microphone, pressure sensors. That's why we focus on these two. But of course, if you have any other ideas which you need magnetic sensors, or CO2 sensors, radar sensors, you can always explore our website further, or you can contact our team members. Yeah. Okay, with this, that's my sharing. So back to you, Ingrid. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much, Mr. Adrian. There are so many sensors that we have in our lives. I'm sure there are more to come to make our life better and greener. So, terima kasih Mr. Adrian. Seperti yang sudah dibahas dalam kehidupan sehari-hari kita semua, sudah tersedia berbagai sensor. Saya yakin akan ada lebih banyak yang akan datang untuk membuat hidup kita lebih baik dan lebih hijau. Beralih ke agenda berikutnya, kita akan mengenal produk microcontroller dan connectivity yang akan diperkenalkan oleh Bapak Chu Fun Fui. Mr. Chu, please.
Sure. Just share my screen. Yep. Okay. 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 So yeah. So I will take this chance, right? Actually, opportunity to introduce the Infineon MCU, and of course our connectivity solution, because these are the two parts or solutions actually is part of this whole the kits, right, that will be shipping out, right, to the top 10 finalists. Hopefully, I think this will give you a glimpse, right, what Infineon can offer, right, in the space of microcontroller and of course in the connectivity solution as well. Yeah. So coming from being Infineon, I would say for MCU or the microcontroller, right, you probably have heard a lot of different solutions out there in the market, right? Either from our competitors like STM, NXP, and so on. But I think for Infineon, we do have our range of microcontroller, right, under the brand of PSOC and XMC. Yeah. So some of you might have been very new, right, to these brands, right, or to these names, right. I think this is a chance, I think, for you to really explore, to really understand, right, to dive a bit deeper, right, into the PSOC microcontroller that will be shipping out to all the participants. Yeah, at least to the top 10 teams. Yeah. Okay, so the PSOC actually is a family, right, for general purpose MCUs, right. So one of the strength, of course, is in the low power and high performance. Of course, they do have actually a lot of use cases and features, right? For example, in the capacitive touch sensing as well. Okay, and of course, moving forward in our roadmap, right, for our PSOC and XMC microcontroller, we will be also be supporting, right, the AI or even the security or even the integrated connectivity as well. Yeah. As part of the kit of course comes with a combo, the Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo. So this is under the brand of the Aero, right? Aero family. Yeah. So I'll explain later, right? Some of the features, some of the unique selling point, right, of the Aero family. Okay. As what Pong has mentioned, right? Those top 10 teams probably will have to dive a bit deeper, right, into installing the Models Toolbox, right, getting used to how to use the Models Toolbox as well, right? This is part of the software ecosystem that's provided by Infineon. So so that's why I think Infineon, first of all, I think we also we are actually encouraging, right, all our customers, even the students, right, to re-download the Models Toolbox in the first place. Yeah. Okay, so these are toolkits, right? So the toolkits actually if you want to download the manual, yeah, the user manual of these toolkits, right, you can actually go to infineon.com, okay, or you can just type, right, the name of these toolkits, right, in Google, right, just Google them, and you will be a link, right, you'll be actually to transfer to the link, right, where you can actually download the user manual, yeah, without signing any NDAs. Yeah? Okay, let's dive a bit deeper into the PSOC microcontroller. As mentioned, okay, the PSOC MCU or PSOC microcontroller from Infineon actually provide low cost, faster performance, and of course, to our customers, actually, it's a much lower risk, yeah, when they choose the PSOC microcontroller, yeah. It's actually this microcontroller is widely used, yeah, in the market today. There's just so many applications I think which I'll introduce later, right? Whether it's for touch, right? For general purpose, right? For IoTs, right? You name it, right? The microcontroller actually is the brain and the heart, right, of the whole IoT solution. So of course, I think a lot of our customers, partners, distributors would ask the same question, right? Because I think for Infineon, we have two class of MCUs, right? Under the two different brands, right? The PSOC family and the XMC family, right? So the number one question they will always ask is that which one should I choose, right? So then I will probably answer them back, right? Which segment, right, are you targeting, right? So typically, right, as a rule of thumb, for the consumer IoT segment, typically we will always advise our customers to choose the PSOC family. And for the industrial market, right, where there are certain features for the industrial application is required, this is where the XMC would be the right fit, right, in terms of the use case, yeah? Right? So that's why for this competition itself, we are not really targeting the industrial application or industrial use cases, mostly for consumer and IoT. That's why the PSOC, the kit that we've chosen contains at least the PSOC MCU. Yeah. Okay, so for these are the different range, right, of the MCU from Infineon, from 38-bit to 32-bit. Okay, but for this kit, right, it comes with a PSOC 6. Okay, PSOC 6. This is where it comes with a 32-bit MCU. Right. So the details actually, I won't go very deep into it. Right. So what you can download, you can always go to infineon.com and download the datasheet from our website. Yeah. So everything actually is at your fingertips. Right. There is no need to actually to request any emails or any permissions. Right. So everyone, right, whether it's students, lecturers, right, can just browse, right, go to our website and just click and download, right? So it's as easy as that. Yeah. So so not to worry, right? So so make full use of all this so-called portal, the online our websites, okay, the different channels, right, to get access to our datasheet. Of course, moving forward, right? I think moving forward, we have quite a number of very interesting products in our roadmap. So of course, I am not able to introduce here, right? But those I think products that we will be coming up. I think one of them already announced, right, in the website, or at least in the press release. It's called a PSOC Edge, right? Targeting more of the so-called higher than application. Okay. So at least for this competition, we just focus on the PSOC 62. So PSOC 6, right? So it's really to build purposely built for IoT. Yeah. So if you look at the different range of applications, right? Some applications are really requires expensive, high power consumption, and on the other range, right? So there are a lot of microcontrollers out there in the market where with a limited processing capacity, right? But where PSOC 6 fits is really smack in the middle, right, between these two range. Yeah. Right. So so it actually it bridges, right, the gap between these two different so-called use cases, right? That's why for this kit, right, it's purposely chosen, right, for the students to really get a very deep understanding of how the Infineon microcontroller can really benefit, okay, the students, right, for this competition alone. Yeah. As you can see, right, so in a lot of our examples, right, dealing with different customers, different use cases, applications out there, right, we can notice actually is that the MCU is always the brain, right, the heart and the brain of any IoT solution, right. That's where you always choose the right MCU first before you choose the peripherals, right, or the different sensors, right, or the different connectivity solutions, right. Always choose the right MCU, right. That will be I think the rule of thumb. That's why I think the more you learn, the more you understand how our PSOC MCU works, okay, the better, right, in terms of you choosing the right, say, peripherals and the different connectivity solutions, right, to better fit, right, your applications or your solutions, right, whether it's for this application or whenever you come out to work. Yeah? So that will always be the rule of thumb. Yeah. So use this chance, right, this competition to learn, okay, what the PSOC can really offer, right, so that it will very benefit you not only in your studies, but of course when you come out to work as well. Okay, so some of the features of I would say our PSOC, whether it's I won't go very deep to it, right? But of course, I think these slides will be shared, right, to all the students, right? But maybe just to highlight a few, right? It's in terms of the computing power, right? The rich analog features, right? Able to support different variety of peripherals, optimized for low power as well. And of course, being supported by our latest Modus Toolbox, I would say software ecosystem. That's also very important, right? To make sure that everything runs smoothly. Yeah, right. Of course, this will already translate to different values. Okay, for example, in terms of reduction of the system cost itself, improve the user experience, and of course, providing longer battery life. as I mentioned, right, everything is available online. Yeah, so not to worry, right? Just Google PSOC, whatever products, PSOC family that you are interested in, right? I'm sure they will actually, all this information will be available at your fingertips. As for the Arrow family, I think this is where the brand of our Wi-Fi Bluetooth family. Yeah. So actually, Infineon is our product portfolio actually is not is probably one of the best in the market. Okay. I think we are actually one of the most widely deployed wireless IP, right, in the world today. More than 1 billion of the Aero products has been shipped, right, or deployed, right, in the field. And of course, the Aero family actually comes with the best interoperability, yeah, right. So this is very important, right. And of course, in terms of power consumption, always when we design a product, our number one priority is to make sure that it supports ultra low power by design. Okay. And at the same time, right, it must be able to offer high performance RF to ensure robust connectivity, right? So some of these actually are not, these are important, right? Because these are already being demanded by our customers and the different applications out there in the market. Yeah. So if you're not able to fit any of this, right? So it's very difficult actually to be used, right? Or at least for difficult for our customers to really deploy and to design in, right, our solution. Yeah? So that's why any new product that we come up with have to fit, right? At least these three, I would say, these three criteria, yeah, right, in the first place. Yeah. Right. So these are the range or different solutions, right, that we offer, right, in terms of the Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo, right. You'll find one of them, right, the CYW43012. These are the one that is this part of the kit that we are shipping, right. So PSOC 62 together paired with our CYW43012, yeah, right. It supports this Wi-Fi 4, right, and of course, it's ultra low power, right. So also another good chance, right? Another good platform for all the students to learn, right? To get familiarized with our Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo chip, right? Right. And of course, all this, actually a lot of customers have been using this. So don't be afraid, right? To go into the portal, the My Case, right? The community development center, development community center, okay? To look for information, right? Or to ask any question as well, right? I'm sure you will get the support you require, yeah, from those channels. Okay. Okay, in terms of application, I'm sure, I think just now, I think Adrian, right, has shared many different unique applications, interesting applications, and those applications actually are really use cases, right? Live use cases that our customers, partners have deployed, right, in the field, right? That's why we are able to share those use cases with you, right? The same, right, for MCU, for whether it's for PSOC or XMC, right? So there are a lot of different use cases, I think, which our customers have already deployed, right, in the field today. All right. For example, in the home automation, okay. Of course, one of the PSOC use cases is a CapSense, yeah, basically touch, yeah. So anything that do with touch actually can use our PSOC 6, right, or PSOC 4, right. There are a lot of home appliances already actually use our PSOC microcontroller, right, as part of their overall design. Same for wearables, right? If you're thinking of wearables as part of your design competition topic, yeah, right? Yeah, it's of course, you're more than welcome, right? You want to see some very unique, some creative use cases, applications, right? From wearables application. Battery power applications, right? We actually ship a lot of our microcontroller, right, into the power tools, right? Right. So something interesting as well for you to think about. Okay. Portable medical, right? Whether it's for I would say for the glucose machine, right? For CPAP machine, right? What you can think of actually, right? That requires computing power, right? You can always think about how to use our PSOC family. Of course, together with our sensors as well. Yeah. Right. So the rest, like example, in your e-bike, correct? Example, I think you know that the electric vehicle, right, is getting more popular, right? So you can also think of that angle as well, right? And of course, in the space of charging, right? Home appliances, you can think of anything that you can think of, right? You can always use the MCU and of course the Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo, the kit, right? I think which I think we'll be supplying, right, later. Okay. But a lot of all this information can, of course, be found in our website as well, right? Not to worry, right? So go back, think about what you want to propose, yeah, as part of your submission. Okay, be creative, be unique, right? Hopefully, I think that will be actually help you to be at least selected, right, as as part of the top 10 teams. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I will say that will be the end of my presentation. Right. Hopefully, it'll give you a better glimpse, okay, of what Infineon can offer in terms of MCU, and of course in terms of the Wi-Fi Bluetooth combo. Yeah. Thank you so much. Back to you, Ingrid.
Thank you, Mr. Chu. In this digitalization era, connectivity is very crucial. I'm sure that Indonesian students will be able to make good use of the kit for the purpose of this design competition. Terima kasih, Mr. Chu. Di era digitalisasi ini, konektivitas menjadi sangat amat penting. Saya yakin bahwa para siswa-siswi Indonesia akan dapat menggunakan kit yang diberi oleh Infineon dengan maksimal. Sebelum menutup sesi webinar hari ini, akan juga terdapat sesi tanya jawab. Sebaiknya saya share screen terlebih dahulu. Oke, so untuk screen ini, jika hadirin sekalian masih ada pertanyaan yang mungkin belum tertera di layar sini, bisa mengescan QR code di sini atau pergi untuk ke situs website slido.com dan mengisi passcode yang tertera di layar 3580272. Oke. So pertanyaan pertama, can the project proposal be written in Indonesian or English is accepted? Untuk yang kali ini, project proposal akan berlangsung dalam bahasa Inggris. Whether the competition should have, let me see, am I able to? Okay, yep. So maybe moving on to the next question, whether the competition should have a real product or just a proposal. Oke, kali ini untuk stage pertama adalah proposal terlebih dahulu, dan setelah for the top 10 tim akan diberikan kit dari Infineon, dan dengan menggunakan kit Infineon itu akan ada the real product.
Maybe Ingrid, I will add on, from here.
Yes.
Yes, I think for the first submission, I don't have to actually work on any kits, right? So be creative, right? When you propose your solution, right? And what you want to solve, right? That will contribute to at least to the whether you're selected in the top 10 finalists, right? Okay, for the students in the top 10, right? Of course, they'll be given kits, trainings, and so on, right? The top 3 finalists, right? The top 3 winners, okay? The criteria of actually already published, right? In the website, okay? Maybe we'll add in the percentage later on, okay? But at least the criteria are already available in the website, yeah? So of course, the more unique, if you can come out with a prototype, a working prototype, right? That would, of course, contribute a lot, right? Whether you become a top 3 or not, yeah? So that will be my suggestion, yeah? Or at least my answer.
Thank you, Mr. Chu. Yeah. So moving on, where can I find more information on the evaluation kits, especially sensors and MCU? For this, you are able to find through my Infineon website. Sorry, So you can go infineon.com and you can just search like which of the microcontrollers or which kit that you are referring to. For this particular design competition, you will be able to see which kit that you will be given. It will be these two kits for the top 10 finalists. Okay. So moving on to the next question. During the final phase, pitching day, is it gonna be in Bahasa or English? Matur nuhun. Yeah. In the final phase for the pitching day, it will be in English for both the proposal and also the presentation.
Yes. Yes, because the judges will also come from our not from Indonesia, right? So there are some judges who will come from overseas. That's why we have to actually present in English. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. And okay, moving on. Are all tools and components for project work provided by Infineon? For the design kit, evaluation kit, it will be provided from Infineon for the top 10 finalists.
And also the software, the Models Toolbox is also free for download, right? So there's no need to pay any fees, right, to download the software as well.
Yes. Adding on onto that, the Models Toolbox will be available for all will be compatible for all different operating software such as Linux, Windows, and also Macintosh. Yeah. And okay, can the Infineon software be accessed on Mac OS or only on Windows? Previously, I have answered this question that it's going to be Mac OS compatible, Linux compatible, and Windows compatible. Yes. Okay. Another question. Is there an online platform similar to walkwe.com or Tinkercad for experimenting with the Infineon products?
There's no similar platform that we have for Infineon products.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay. Okay, may I know the scoring criteria for the proposal and final stage? Okay, so you can go to the Infineon website. I think we can paste in these rules linked into the chat box. So here you can see what are the judging criteria. The phase one, what are the judging criteria? In this case, we will add it on the weighting percentage and add on more details on this. Yeah, but the judging criteria is here. You can find it here in this web page. Can you create a team of more than or less than 3 regarding the price counts of 3, or is 3 members the only acceptable member count? Okay, so going back to this website again, you can see that there is no limit on the number of teams from the university, but each student may only participate on one team.
Yes. And each team only I would suggest form a member of 3 teams, three students, right? For your submission. Yeah. Less I think we wouldn't accept. More I would say you can have a group, right, to work on the same project, but of course the names on your submission only 3 lah, 3. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any local support for this competition or whom we can contact in Indonesia? So yes.
Yes, I can take over. Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, I think the first level support always use the community development say portal or even the case management, right? As what Mr. Pong has introduced. That will be of course your first level of support. Okay. If you for second level support, of course, you can always look for Pak Hakim, yeah, or Pak Teo, right? They are based in Indonesia, yeah, right. That's for the second level support. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, can the group be formed with only one member? For this, previously, we have mentioned that it's going to be 3 members in a group. Yes, so we can move on. Okay, can we create a custom PCB around the evaluation kit for another sensor, power management, and etc.? Chu, do
Yes,
you want
yes,
to take over?
yes. I think be creative. Yeah. So we give you the two kits, right? The kits and the two kits, right? How you know make full use of the kit, right? Please, I'm more than happy, right, to see what's the outcome, right? That will contribute to the, of course, to the judging, right? Points, right, at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yes. I hope that answers your question. May I know scoring criteria for proposal and final round? Okay. The judging criteria and the for both of the proposal and the final round can be found on Infineon website, the design competition website, which has been pasted by Pak Hakim in the Zoom chat box. Okay. The end result is a tool, right? Not just a proposal. Yes, that's right. So for a start, we would like to know what are your ideas, and we will shortlist the top 10 finalists. With that, we will be able to send you guys the evaluation kit, and with the evaluation kit, all the participants will be able to make it into a tool or something that is usable for our everyday use.
Yes. I can add in here, right? It can be a prototype, right? Right. It can be an idea, right? But of course, the final solution, of course, must be paired, right? Of course, with a presentation. Yeah. So we will those top 10 teams, of course, closer to the final judging day, will be advised, right? Will be given a more comprehensive ideas how the type of a presentation, right, that they should work on, right, in order to impress the judges. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Chu. Okay, one more question. Okay, on the website, City of Tomorrow, the Infinite Challenge states that the registration is open from 15th January until 23rd January. And on the registration form, there is a column for submitting proposals. Does that mean that the proposal collection is done at the same time when registering?
Sunday, this is we can do one.
Yep, sure. So yes, once you submit, then that means you have registered. So the deadline is the same for submission and registration. So once you submit, then that's basically it means that you have registered. And the deadline will be February 23rd.
Yep. And as mentioned, there will be no late submission received. Yeah. Okay, moving on to another question. Can we use another Infineon sensor beside of the given kits? Yes, feel free if you need to. Be creative and be as imaginative as possible for your idea and your prototype. Then, okay, does that mean that we create innovation or a new tool? Chu, do you want to
Yes,
take
yes.
this?
Okay. As I said, it's not a tool, right? Don't just focus on the tool, right? It's a whole prototype, right? Whether it's a working prototype, right, or even an idea, right? But we want, of course, the students, participants to really enjoy playing the tools, the kids, okay, to come up with something imaginative, right? So that's the whole idea, right? Of course, do read of course the judging criteria, right? What is required, right, to win this competition, right? That's why it's really open, right? How you want to work on those kits, right, that we give to you. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Moving on to the next question. What kind of IoT design do you expect to see in this competition? In other words, what IoT applications do you think people are looking for?
Okay. I think we have shared, right, myself and Adrian, we have shared a lot of applications, use cases, right, that you can think of, right? That's why I think, of course, I think always the best one is, of course, think about what issues are you facing today, right? In the, whether it's in your studies or in your lifestyle, right? Take those as the base on how you're going to solve it, right? Using the kits from Infineon, yeah, right? That I'll say that would be I'll say my thoughts, right? Of course, if your team are working on existing projects, right, or there are something that you have thought of, or you have read the news, okay, that you want to say, wow, I really want to solve this, right? Maybe this PSOC or these sensors can really solve these issues that we are facing today, right? Please go ahead, right? So propose, go ahead and tell us how you want to solve it. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yes, you can be as imaginative and as creative as you can be. Okay. So next question will be, hi, can we use other than PSOCs, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth kit, and the IoT kit, or only those components during the competition? As mentioned earlier as well, so you are feel free to use any other components that you think might actually benefit for your own prototype. So these two prototypes will be given at a free of charge for the top 10 finalists for their prototype.
Yes, of course, we will judge, right? The judging will be based on these two kits, right?
Yep.
If the final prototype doesn't contain the two kits, then it's a bit difficult for us to give points. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the final round going to be held? For this one, nearer to the date, we will inform you again on the updates for the final round.
Yes. We are still working with the universities, right? To find a more stable location. Yeah. Where I think the top 10 finalists can come together, right? And bring their solution or bring their prototype, right, to the event itself, right? Because this will actually would be important, right, for all the judges, right, and all the stakeholders to give points, to ask questions, right, to mingle with the participants. Yeah. So this will be announced on a later date.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. If I read correctly, there will be a training session later. Is that true? Yes, that is true. If it's true, who will be the mentor? Do they speak Indonesian?
Yes. Okay. I would say don't worry. All right. The mentor, even though they speak English, right? We still have Pak Hakim, right, and Pak Teo, right? They can do translation, right, if needed, right? The whole idea is actually we want the finalists, right, to be able to use the kits, right, understand where they can find the information, right? At least get them started, okay? So that they can actually come up or at least follow through, right? What they propose, right, in their submission. Yeah, that would be the whole idea. Okay.
Yep. Yes, that's right. I think we have gone through all of the questions. So be as imaginative as possible, as creative as possible for your proposal. Do not forget that the deadline is going to be 23rd of February 2024. Me and our Infineon family are wishing all the participants the best of luck. Jadilah sekreatif dan imajinatif mungkin. Untuk proposal deadline akan ada di tanggal 23 Februari 2024. Kami berlaku Infineon mengucapkan best of luck untuk semua murid yang akan partisipasi di desain kompetisi kali ini. Dengan demikian, berakhir pula webinar kita hari ini. Atas nama panitia, kami ucapkan terima kasih dan perhatian dan partisipasi hadirin sekalian. Kami mohon maaf atas kekurangan atau ada hal-hal yang kurang berkenan. Terima kasih sekali lagi. Selamat sore. Ya, terima kasih.
Okay, thank you everyone. Right, thanks for
Thank
joining.
you.
Okay, thank you. See
Thank
you
you,
all.
everyone.
Bye bye.